A solar-powered Trimix-capable dive computer that is also a smartwatch for under $650. Sounds too good to be true? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Divers Ready. My name's James. As always, so great to see all of your smiling faces. If you love scuba diving as much as I do, make your next dive on our subscribe button, because we make video content here at Divers Ready with the simple goal of helping you become the best diver you can be. Garmin made an impressive giant stride into the dive industry, pun intended, in 2020 with the Descent Mark 1, followed by the Descent Mark II and the Mark II-I, which was then preceded by the Mark II-S, a fully functioning Descent in a smaller case aimed at women and small men. Awesome computers, each and every single one of them. Full Nitrox, Trimix, AI, Borman-based algorithms for the techies, and all the features of an epic smartwatch, notifications, connectivity, GPS, you name it. But they are not cheap. The base model, the Mark II-S, comes in at 1 cent under $1,000, up to, for the Mark II-I with transmitters, over $2,000. So the question became, what does Garmin have to offer the entry-level diver? Can they make a base model for newer divers that don't want to commit $1,000 to their first dive computer, but still include the cool smartwatch functionality that Garmin are known for at a more attractive price point? Enter the Garmin Descent G1 Solar. Whoa, no, cut, stop it. This computer is not epic enough to warrant its own sexy B-roll sequence like the Mark II-I and the journey Terry's got. No, it's not going to happen. Forget it, straight into the review. As with every Divers Ready review, we're going to tackle the things that I loved about this computer, we're going to tackle the things I didn't love about it, the list is extensive, and the troubling question of who I think this computer is best suited for. As always, I have to give you the YouTube required product review disclaimer. This is not a sponsored review, although Garmin did send me this computer free of charge. As you will see, I don't really think that biased my opinions, but here we go. I took the G1 Solar to Utila in May, was diving it a bunch before that trip. My Garmin app on my phone tells me that I have logged 48 dives on the G1 Solar, just to give you kind of a reference of my experience with it. I think I'm ready to give you my opinions. I wouldn't want you to think that I'm reviewing a product I haven't dived. Who would do that? All right, let's dive in with the positives. It does have a ton of functionality. It's a full smartwatch, full Trimix capability, tech diving. It's clever. There's no doubt about it. The number of functions that all the Garmin range of dive computers can do is very, very clever. And I don't know another out-of-the-box Trimix-capable dive computer that comes in at under $700, but more on that in a moment. I do love the quick fit strap system, and I really love that the G1 Solar comes with the strap extension for wearing it over a thick wetsuit or dry suit. It is a 22mm strap for those interested, so it's not interchangeable with straps from either the Mark II-S, which is a 20mm, or the Mark II-I, which is a 26mm. That's kind of a bummer. Next thing to love about the G1 is the dive log. For a beginner diver, logging those first dives is essential to track your experience and record data like how much weight you needed and so on. The G1 Solar has an internal memory for up to 200 dives, so it's going to last you a good long while, and also connects via Bluetooth to the Garmin Dive app, which I happen to be quite fond of, on your phone for easy syncing and saving. All right, let's talk about power then. Adding to the theme we saw developed in the MK series, the G1 continues to focus on battery life over display power. So if you're a forgetful charger, this computer has the staying power for you. I just fully charged mine using the clip attachment, which I like. It's very portable, very easy to use. And when fully charged, I was showing a display of 36 days of power reserve. That's killer. That's really impressive. Those are the positives. Okay, moving on then. I think this dive computer has the look and appeal of a Casio G-Shock without the retro ironic cool. It looks like it should come in a set with a can of Axe body spray. The plastic feels cheap. It feels like a catalogue watch your least favourite aunt would give you for your 12th birthday. In short, it's ugly. I hate the colour. The matte blue is, in my opinion, not cool. It's just kind of this muddy, weird blue. And even though the G1 Solar can be fitted with any of Garmin's 22mm quick fit bands, there isn't a single colour in the range that actually goes, in my opinion, with the housing of the computer itself and looks good with it. So, yeah, it's ugly. Next up, if having a clear, crisp, high-vis display is important to you, this computer is not for you. The black LCD screen is almost invisible in direct daylight, and the backlit on a night dive, as I took on my birthday dive, proved to be very dull and very hard to read. So not great in direct sunlight, not great in low vis. The screen is tiny, the numbers and font are tiny. Most of the areas of the glass are taken up by the solar cell, which brings me to the solar charging. So if you're gonna advertise a dive computer as being solar powered, it needs to be able to be powered by the sun. When charging from the USB cable, as I already said, the charge is lightning fast, no problems there at all. But do not rely on the solar charging. I live in Florida, you know, the Sunshine State. I picked a blue sky, sunny day in May, and I left the G1 in direct, full sunlight in the early afternoon on my drying bench. After 2 hours, the battery had increased from 17% to 22%. Not exactly earth-shattering. I'd rather they ditch the solar cells for the USB-only charging and gave it more surface area to the display. The dive display is really cramped. You have to search and squint for the dive data you're looking for. You know, I'm diving in Utila, and my wife, Karina, is rocking her Garmin Descent Mark II. Mohan, my buddy, is rocking his Turek Journeys edition, and my other friend Chelsea's rocking her Perdix, the greatest dive computer ever made. I had serious envy knowing that I had all three of those computers sitting at home in a drawer. The next thing I don't really understand is $650 and no AI? Let me know in the comments if you know of a more expensive LCD monocolor display dive computer that doesn't have air integration. That seems like a weird feature to leave out, but yet you're going to give us Trimix. I don't get it. Why? As I said in my intro, lots of people are interested in this computer. They want to see what Garmin are going to offer at the entry level. So I really had to share my feelings, and in summary, I think you're getting the sense that I don't love it. But who should buy this computer? Honestly, I don't know. I really don't. It has Trimix functionality, but a display so small and dim that no serious technical diver is ever going to use it for a 200-foot, 60-meter Trimix dive, which begs the question, well, why give it Trimix capabilities at all? It doesn't make sense. If Garmin asked me to design their entry-level monochrome LCD dive computer, it would have been very simple. I would have taken the Aqualung i200C or the Oceanic Geo4 and those features in that exact set, then just added the Garmin smartwatch features to it and $100 to the price tag. Then all of a sudden you've got an entry-level computer that's also a smartwatch, does everything you need it to do and nothing you don't. No technical diving modes, just air, nitrox, free dive mode, gauge mode, $500, $550, job done. Entry-level divers don't need Trimix on their dive computer. By the time you've even learned what technical diving is, you should have already bought a Perdix. That's all there is to it. So I don't know who this computer is for. Kids? Is it meant for kids? Is that what the plastic toy-like aesthetic and the small screen is for? I don't know. I really don't. Is it meant for people who use it more as a smartwatch and maybe do 2 or 4 resort dives a year? Then why give it a CCR mode? Why does it need to be... It makes 0 sense. I don't understand. Help. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to hit our subscribe button if you haven't done so already, and let me know in the comment section below your thoughts on the G1 Solar. If you enjoyed this video, smash that like button down there and share it with your favorite dive buddies. And until next time, my name's James. This was your Divers Ready review of the Descent G1 Solar from Garmin. Dive safe, dive often.